Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple destined to be in love that loves reacting to some Destiny.
Yes, we do.
So this is Destiny 2, Season of Plunder. This is part 3 of 3 for all the cutscenes that we're reacting to. You can get early ad-free access to these reactions on Patreon or in our YouTube membership. There's a little join button down below or the link for Patreon. Yeah. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hey there, hero. I heard you parlayed with Aramis, and she hit you with some heavy truths.
No, she hit.
Mithrax used to be
Hit with some
a
heavy
bad
truths.
guy. Can you believe it? Wait till I tell Crow. Ida's pissed because her dad didn't tell her about it. Makes sense, but it don't shake me. Mithrax, he's just a fella who done something he ain't proud of.
Exactly.
And that I understand. Which reminds me, long time back, I found myself at the 4th tomb of Nezarek. Recognized these relics the first time I saw one. That's why I needed you involved. Ain't nobody I trust with that kind of power more than you. Well,
Honored.
after Eris, she gave me some ideas that might help Mithrax use these things for good. Whatever he does will show us just what kind of person he is.
Yeah, he is now.
If we
That's what
can
matters.
stop Aramis from finding the last few relics and killing us all.
No, that's just that.
So,
Yeah.
get on that.
You dare return to this place in the presence of a machine spawn. Where is your pride, Mithrax?
Pride is a sickness that killed the younger Mithrax, as it will kill you in time.
You claim piety, even as you plunder. Drifter, I have uncovered an Elixir sea shanty, as you call them.
Yeah? How's it go?
Well, it begins with a nonverbal invocation, then speaks of camaraderie and combat. Then it becomes difficult to translate. I'll study this further.
The coward. Nice. Get him.
This one can hardly be called a pirate lord. His name Frisk. Just a drag in too deep to know he's already dead. But my associates...
That's the baddest thing you've said, Spider.
Concerning information. Our interlopers may have found this one first. Find out who's after my goods.
Yeah. To the face. You just like rocket knee that dude?
I think so.
This priest met his end. Well, he was lucky to have lived this long. Personally, I stay away from these loosened pine. I don't trust anyone that loyal.
Yeah. I guess one person's loyalty is another person's fanatic. And in Spider's world, everyone's out for themselves, so think he just don't think he gets it.
So, our enemy finally steps into the light, so to speak. The Lucent Hive is searching for the relics, and Aramis's crews are overwhelmed. How interesting. These relics just became more valuable. Demand, it seems, is very high. Luck was on our side this time. But now these pests stand in our way. How unfortunate for them.
I wanted to speak with you, Jermaine.
Whoa! What kind of books you been reading? It's been Drifter for a long while now.
Drifter, then. You have kept secrets from us since the beginning. It is unkind to withhold knowledge.
Unkindness was never my aim. Apologies, sister.
Accepted. Do you have any insight as to why the Lucent Hive are interested in the relics?
Power is freedom, and everybody's chasing it, from the biggest freaky moth monster to the lowest space pirate.
But while the Lucent Hive are loyal to Savathun, the pirates enjoy a startling degree of freedom already. They are not constrained by office or honor. They are ruled only by their own desires.
Yeah, might look that way from the outside, but they've got to fight for everything they get. That's just survival. A meal and a bed that don't come at the end of a blade? That's freedom.
You are drawing a comparison.
Me? Look, I get it. Walking away from folks can feel like freedom. If no one's relying on you, there's no one to disappoint. No one to be disappointed by.
Now you are speaking of Mizraxkel. I do not judge him for who he was, but he treated me like a hatchling.
Can't really blame him for not wanting to discuss it. Shame's a hard thing to shake. Harder if you have to share it.
You are saying I should forgive him.
That's your call, sister. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
I get it.
she has empathy. Who knows?
Aramiskel seeks freedom for our people. But her freedom is vengeful. She wishes to be free from her shame. She will sacrifice Elixni lives in its pursuit, and it will never end. Thank you, Drifter.
You know, I don't hear that enough.
Thank you. Aww. That's some great advice from Drifter.
It was a really good scene for the two of them.
Yeah, good insight. Destiny life lessons.
I greet you, Guardian. I wished to speak to you earlier, but I did not have the words. I will not apologize, as I believe the secrets of my old life were mine to keep. But I do regret. I am ashamed of my cruelty, of the things I did, the people I hurt. I thought I left it behind. But the old Mithrax is still within me, and now he has hurt my daughter. I have hurt my daughter. I must set it right. I was a killer, but I am a kill. I will prove to you which title I deserve.
Seems like you just gotta prove it to yourself.
Aramiskel, I greet you in the light. I wish wish that you could greet me in the same. You told my father that we need not be enemies. This is still true. But we will always be your enemy if you serve the witness. I do not know what it has promised you. An Elixni reborn,
Power.
a Reese restored. Did it promise us a future? But I ask, do you strive for our future? Or do you flee the whirlwind? The Lucent Hive and the Witness both pose a great threat to the Elixni. But there is no greater threat to us than when we fight against each other. This division will destroy us completely. You remember the whirlwind. I do not. But I believe that the greatest treasure we lost was unity. I called for our parlay because you believe this too. You will say that House Salvation will bring unity through the destruction of our enemies. But that path does not end Eramiscal. You will never find what you are seeking. You will never undo the legacy of the whirlwind. Your latest mission unearthed another intercepted transmission. It seems pertinent to our research.
Do not open the relic under any circumstance. I don't care if the whole Lucent brood is outside. The darkness inside would dissolve you before you could ever wield it against the Hive. Only beings of extraordinary fortitude can withstand its energies. And we both know you're less than that. Retreat and fortify your defenses. Protect the relic at all costs. Reinforcements are on the way.
Glad I caught you, Guardian. I didn't want you setting off after Aramis without a little warning first. What's that look? You don't survive as long as me without being able to smell trouble. And honestly, kid, you stink of it. You've been cutting a swath through those pirates out there, but don't get complacent. Watch your opponent, but watch your back, too. You're going after
good
chunks
advice.
of a dead disciple of the Witness, and you've almost got them all. That's some serious juju. The stakes are high. That's when folks tend to get unpredictable.
We're unpredictable.
I understand that the pursuit of riches is part of the pirate ethos. But we are going to use this newfound wealth to help the people of the city, correct?
Yes.
We will use it to turn the Elixni Quarter from a refuge into a home. Guardian, you face an Elixni skilled in scrapworking. Her name is Ithix.
Doesn't sound very
Engaged with her
intimidating.
before. I doubt her tactics have changed. She hides behind traps and shanks and believes herself clever. She will not face you if she has a choice. Leave her none.
You see scrapworking and just think of like, is it scrapbooking or?
Exactly. That's what she's in here doing. Somewhere she's
Exactly.
scrapbooking.
I mean, it's a better name than the coward, but
It's true.
I'd rather be known as a scrapbooker. Yeah, punch it. Ooh. The punches just like weaken the armor for the grenade.
Oh, I guess you just walk through all those lasers.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did something, shot it, and then I guess they were like less
Move her defenses
potent.
and end her life.
That kind of just makes me think of the Needler, like just the look of it. Not this one. One you had before. Scrapbooker.
The old crews fear you. Fear us. They know they cannot stand in our way.
Looks like Captain Kells found his inner pirate again.
Perhaps it is what I am. And Aramis speaks the truth.
Hey, now, I didn't say that. What's that Ido said to me? Aramis will fight forever to get rid of her shame. Maybe you did that for a while, too. But then you made a safe place for the Elixni. That's what Aramis wants, and she'll never get there. What we do now matters more than who we were.
Exactly.
Drifter speaks kind truths.
Yeah.
Mithrax thanks you.
Drifter. Dropping all sorts of truths.
Yeah.
Good of you to visit, Captain. Seems like only yesterday I loaned you my ship. And now you're known across the system.
With good reason.
Flashy. Not my style. It's safer in the shadows. I learned that long ago from a handsome young fellow named Rakis. He served the old crews for a time. Got double-crossed. Spent the rest of his life running. Eventually, someone claimed the bounty on poor Rakis. He called himself Spider.
You just
Of
cracked
course,
yourself up.
yeah.
Savvy? Cashed in the past, bought a future. Walked away, reborn, and never looked back. Like you Guardians do. Like my dear boy Crow. Like Mithrax, pretending his old life never happened. Oh, he's changed a bit over the years, but the old fury is still inside him, somewhere.
Carefully doesn't unleash it on you, dude.
It's best he not forget that. Until we meet again.
Ido of the House of Light. Scribe log Zeta 78D. At this point in the Guardian's adventures, we have had contact with a great many pirates. Each crew has a unique composition and pledges loyalty to the most powerful among their numbers. They fight for whomever promises them the most power or the most glimmer. They adopt whatever code of honor befits them and concern themselves with little beyond the present. A friend told me that these pirates are not as free as they seem, that their lives are fueled by desperation more than their own desires. But there is still the call of the open stars. These pirates sought to possess the relics of Nezarec. What else might they hold?
Scribe Ido.
Aramis Kell? I greet you in the light.
You are young and honor the old ways. So I will speak gently. You say there are paths that never end. But these are also paths you cannot turn away from.
Yep, see, no negotiating.
Mizrax thinks he can. He is wrong. He and I will always be what we are. But we are not something you would wish to become. I remember the whirlwind, and we are running from it. We are running from that pain, and will be forever. You do not want this life.
Aramis.
Do not stand in my way. If we meet again, I will be the last thing you see. You and that hypocrite you call a
Ooh,
fool.
just, yeah. That was gentle? Alright. Time to cut a cow.
I've searched for
Got one more left.
information on Nezarec in the Cryptarchy's records, but most of the primary sources from that era were destroyed. What we know from second-hand accounts is that Nezarec led the Witnesses' first assault on Earth, or as humans call it, the collapse. After the Great Machine repelled the attack, Nezarec's pyramid crash-landed on your moon. Beyond that, the sources are vague. They hint at a process for harnessing the relic's power, but give no instructions. If we could replicate this ancient methodology, there's no telling what we might accomplish.
Guardian, you were close to securing the last relic of Nezarec, and we near the end of our mission. I have noticed no further communications between Aramis and her crews. I hope this means the worst is behind us. I did find, however, a transmission from Aramis to Ido. It was embedded in an unsecured scribe log. You may have heard it. I do not know what Aramis gains in speaking with Ido. We know the ship stealer only acts to her own benefit. But Ido shuns me. She studies the coordinates of the pirate layers without my assistance. I have never seen her behave this way.
Show you she's her own woman.
I cannot place blame
She's an adult.
solely on Aramis's influence. My actions pushed Ido away, though I meant only to protect her. She will see that in time. She must. Unless she has already made her choice. We must end this now, before something happens that cannot be undone. Claim the final reliquary and finish this conflict. May the light provide.
You gotta listen to the song Hold On Loosely. Mizrax. Alright. Don't let it go. If you cling too tightly, you'll lose control.
Not bad for a day's work. Earth is much more agreeable than I expected. That spider I hear? You dare speak on our comms channels. We will find you wherever you hide. unfortunate news, my friend. The Spider is a member of our crew, and now lives in the Alex Snee Quarter.
Wait, we get rid of moth problem and replace it with spiders? What is the city coming to?
Guardian, this layer is swarming with the Lucent Hive. We must not abandon caution now that our mission comes to a close.
Your presence is not necessary.
Idle, what are you doing here?
What's called there?
I will retrieve the last relic myself, without violence. The Hive.
Idle, Guardian,
Oh crap, what was she doing?
I don't think anything wise.
Yeah. Oh, she is my light. Yeah, if anything happened to her, I think we'd start to see killer Mithrax.
Yeah, we'd see the other version for sure.
Yeah, punch it. Squish.
I believe I am close to the relic. When we have it, Aramis Kell will see the futility of her actions.
Could have just waited for us.
she will never abandon her ways.
No, you both must face the past. You cannot outrun it. You cannot hide it from me.
Idle, please, forgive me.
Yeah, one of you thinks the other one's a hypocrite, and then the other one thinks too stubborn to change. Ward Seeker. Shit. Getting low. Yeah.
No! The door is sealed! Father!
Idle,
We're gonna get her.
Aramis.
Do it. All those arms, you think like they'd have more swords.
Hit me!
Kind of like how Grievous does. What do you do?
I don't know.
Stop!
Do it. Show your daughter who you really are.
And that's what he's gonna do. I'll pay the price for it.
She could have had everything.
So, let me get this straight. Mithrax has Aramis at the end of his sword.
And her sword.
then nothing? I mean, nothing? Huh. I thought that guy still had some mean in him. Guess I was wrong. I was right about you, though. Gotta hand it to you, kid. You did a hell of a job out there. Drove Aramis off, stopped whatever plan the witness had, and brought home all the pieces of Nezarec. Not bad at all. Mithrax and Ido have the relics now. Don't know what those things can actually do, but if anyone can figure it out, it'd be them. Hope it's something good. Yep, nothing for you to do now but lay back in that big old pile of pirate treasure you got. You deserve it. And don't worry about giving me my cut, Captain. It just felt nice to be a good guy again. Trust.
Aramis Kell, again, I greet you in the light. Not as my enemy, but as my savior. You protected me from the Lucent Hive. Without your intervention, I would have died at their hands. I thank you. I was terrified. Not only of the Hive, but of you. When you arrived, I thought it was to follow through on your threat. Then you turned and raised your blade against my assailants. But that same blade would have taken the life of my father if you'd had the advantage.
Yeah, you're not spared him.
I'm not afraid of what you are, but I am afraid of what you do. The whirlwind led to you. It led to my father, but it led to me as well. We can see a future for the Elixni beyond the pain of the whirlwind, but you think you can't be a part of it. I do not believe that. My father spared you because he saw that you could turn from a path he had once followed. I see this also. I know the futility of this, but I will say it regardless. There is a place for you here. We need not be enemies. Come home, Aramis.
Would your father have spared her if you weren't there?
May the light provide. Now that we've collected all the relics, Mithrax Kell and I believe that we could harness their power. To what end, we're still uncertain. While I believe in our abilities, I am concerned about the potential side effects such a process could have. An ancient dirge I discovered describes something called the Curse of Nezarec, which is rumored to drain the life of the user. Of course, I don't give credence to such superstition. Dark Age humans were comically ignorant. Still, I would rather not take the risk. My father disagrees. I suspect he wishes to redeem himself for his past wrongs, and in that, I cannot dissuade him. We will continue searching for a method to unlock the relics. Until then, the light provides.
So I think that, I mean, I asked, would Mithrax have actually saved Aramis if his daughter wasn't there? But if his daughter wasn't there, then he wouldn't have been in the fight to begin with, because he was like sort of staying out of it because he didn't trust himself to make the right decision. But in the end, he did.
Although, if she had harmed any piece of Ido, definitely would have been dead.
Dead. Yeah, death was soon
Certain.
to follow. Yep.
Yeah. And sometimes that is that self-awareness, right? Like, I don't trust myself not to give in to temptation or behave in a manner that I would not be proud of. So I'm going to remove myself from the situation so that it doesn't become an issue. I don't know. Maybe that's not just as good as doing the right thing, but that awareness allows you to, maintain your integrity and ensure that you don't go down the path of a bad actor.
Mm-hmm. And Aramis thought that Mithrax couldn't change, which I think gives her license to say that she can't change either. And so, what's the point of even trying? Maybe Mithrax showing her that mercy opened the door, and Ido not giving up on her. You'd want to say that hope, that there would be hope for Aramis. I mean, because Mithrax turned the table and turned the corner and is better now. I think it took a while for that to happen. It's not overnight. I'd be interested to see if there's any point in this where Aramis does go away from the witness and actually comes I don't know, has a Darth Vader kind of moment. Maybe not actually killing the witness, but turns against him and helps us out.
I mean, that'd be fun to see because I'm not going to lie. Aramis did look like a badass.
Yeah, she did.
So it's a bummer that she's fighting for the other side.
Yeah, especially with her like ice ball she summons.
That was impressive.
That was cool.
And then that huge leap of faith. Like, I just know my ship's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to just plummet off the side of this cliff. It's going to be fine.
Yep.
That's badass.
It is.
I mean, it's badass if you're caught. If you're not caught by your ship, then it's just stupid and suicidal. But, she was caught, so it's badass.
The Drifter. Very impressed in this particular part with the Drifter. Like, it just seemed like every time he was on screen, he was just dropping words of wisdom left and right.
Yeah, he was. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it's this sort of like jaunty manner that he has, but he doesn't strike me as someone who I would necessarily go to for wisdom.
Yeah.
But he's got it. Got it in spades. So I'm glad. I'm glad that they showed us that side of him.
Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, he has all the joking and giving Eris a hard time and, flirting with her a little bit. So this was really great to see. Not that I thought he was like an idiot or anything like that. He never came across that way. But yeah, it was just some profound words of wisdom that he gave, especially to Ido. And I think, this was in his wheelhouse. And he kind of like understood where Mithrax was coming from, so he was able to give those words of wisdom. But still, I mean, even though you've gone through something, it doesn't mean you have the self-awareness to be able to like explain it to somebody else and like recognize when you do see it in another person and have that like empathy is not easy.
No, it's not, and it's so necessary.
Yeah.
We need a lot more empathy in the world. Mm-hmm. Also, just kind of going back to something you had said about like, but if not Mithrax, if Aramis thinks Mithrax won't change, it gives her license not to change.
Yep.
And that really is sort of the difference between kind of like a juvenile outlook and a mature outlook, right? Like as a kid, it's like, but my friends did it, it was okay because they did it too. Like we all did it. But as you become an adult, it's more about like, what do I want my character to be? Yep. And my character dictates whether or not I think this is a good thing to do or not. And to each their own, like they want to do their thing, fine. It's not going to sit right with me, so I'm going to choose not to do it. And it doesn't become about what other people are doing, but more so about the person you actually want to be.
That's a great way to say it, because I think a lot of times people that, maybe bend the rules, break the rules, look at people that don't do it as like suckers and, foolish for it. Look, everybody does it, so why not do it as well? But I think, at the end of the day, you gotta live with yourself, and you gotta live with your actions and your decisions. And as you said, you gotta look at your character and the kind of person you want to be. Now, something that words of wisdom my dad gave me that I always stuck with me. My brother, one of my older brothers, he was coaching my basketball team, like a Catholic school league basketball team, and like I had twisted my ankle the week before, and so a couple of my friends were over at my place, and they were like, you don't need to go. It was like a Saturday night or something. Normally we played like on Sundays, but like this sometimes it was like a Saturday night we'd play, and so like, you should just hang out with us. I'm like, okay. And my brother came over. He's like, hey, it's time to go. I said, nah, I'm gonna stay here. And so, because I wasn't gonna be able to play anyways, but still, I should have gone. And my brother went to go, coach the team, because even though I couldn't play, he still had to coach the team. Went upstairs. My dad called me upstairs and told me that, my brother had just broken up with his girlfriend, and, he really could have used the company tonight, and to, he was doing this whole coaching thing just for me to begin with. And then that's when my dad said that once you have a good character, the rest of life will just fall into place for you. And that doesn't mean you're going to get everything that you want. Okay. Doesn't mean that like you just have a good character and then all of a sudden, oh yay, you have everything you ever wanted. No.
Raining money and love,
exactly.
Puppy dogs.
Exactly. No. It doesn't happen that way. But it's like that's the first thing you got to do is if you do have a good character, then the rest of life tends to fall into place and become easier.
Very sound advice.
Yeah. I don't think he said easier, but it tends to fall in place.
Well, and it does, that does also make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
if
what
you
I
didn't say it, it's implied.
I added that last part. I added that it gets easier because I think it does. Okay, so we forgot to add this community event for Destiny for Season of Plunder. I added the wrong video, and then so things got mixed up. Anyways, so we're gonna check that out. I guess it's the community event, and let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Is that a couch?
It looked like it to me. I really thought it was too.
Guardian, this is Mithrax, and I require your assistance. I am close to a breakthrough with the relics of Nezarec, but I must concentrate, and there are civic duties that cannot be neglected. I must ask that you work alongside someone with experience.
You don't have experience? What?
A community.
All right, Mithrax, I'll take it from here. Guardian, you claimed piles of valuables from the pirates. Now it's time to put it all to good use. We're asking the whole Vanguard to collect treasure from around the system and bring it back here. Mithrax has trusted me to allocate the funds to improve the last city, starting with the Elixir Quarter. He knows I've got a hand for business.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think we can make this place sparkle, but only if we all chip in. You get me? Teamwork, Guardian. Don't be selfish now.
That's rich.
Everything you can get your hands on. May the light provide.
So I guess so. I guess I gotta say this too. I'm gonna be part of the team. Shoot it! Shoot it!
How wonderful. Spider is already putting the Guardian's generous donations to good use. There is justice in using treasure stolen by Aramis's pirates to improve our lives here. Somehow, I think even Aramis herself would approve. This fills me with hope. May this be but the first of many improvements.
She's the best pilot I know. And before the war, she was a school.
Good. Spider took my advice and made some improvements to the ether tank. I would have preferred a library, but
Yeah, bar works.
sometimes entertainment should come before edification. A social space is important.
Agreed.
This is now a comfortable place for citizens to relax and speak openly to their neighbors. And Spider does make an excellent ether fizz.
Now we gotta get the recipe for ether fizz.
Yeah. Man, fizz cocktails are tough cocktails to make. Traditional fizz cocktails, I should say.
This is where Spider is keeping his treasures. He was speechless when I asked him to ship in some of his trinkets from the tangled shore. I told him his collection is part of our culture. Ido showed me that one should
Nice
not
paintings.
deny the past, but rather grow from it. And there is nothing wrong with cherishing the comforts of one's home. Even Spider deserves to be comfortable.
I think he's been plenty comfortable over the years.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's the law of common. Iron should burn. Look there. The first Elixir to undergo Vanguard security training. Yes, there was some unrest when Igora first welcomed us here. But this is about more than security. The Elixir are being accepted by the Tower. The hatchlings and children of the city now see human and Elixir faces protecting them. May they serve with pride.
And that is important. Not only living together, but fighting together.
Guardian, do you see the additions to the buildings in the distance? New homes for both our people here beneath the great machine. They say that when a fire team of Guardians assembles, they can kill a god. But when all of the Guardians band together,
They can become
achieve
a
so
god.
much more.
I think our gun is broken.
Why do you say that?
A little like scope there.
Yeah.
Hey, Garden. Spider told me I would enjoy his latest improvement. And he was correct. This is more than food for those in the last city. And we have plenty already. This little garden will bring our community closer than ever before. From this humble
And maybe some
soil,
rabbits will come to hang out.
we will grow hope.
That's the real goal.
Yeah, exactly. Elixir, human, and rabbit living together.
This simple place, a town square.
And there's the town drunk.
But to us, it is so much more. A place for community meetings, an open-air school,
Sleeping off the night.
lectures, forums, debates. And I will invite all the citizens of the last city to attend. Spider, where is it here? Standing in defiance of the conflicts of our past. May this signal a new era of understanding for all who live beneath the great machine. Thank you, Guardian. For you have performed the greatest of kindnesses.
Swashbucklers, yo. These are all good. Thank you for showing us everything.
Very thorough. Donate to the mappers. Oops.
That was a great way to end the video.
Fantastic. No notes. That was perfect.
Oh man, I'm like, okay. I'm like, do you really need to have all this in there? So this is the first season that we've done Esoteric's videos, and he does like tend to leave a little bit more in than Destin does, as far as like that I feel is like maybe like a little bit unnecessary, like the transitions. He doesn't cut them all down as tight. So at the end there, I kind of was just like zoning out. I'm like, all right, because we've been in our videos, I've been editing that little bit out for the most part, unless like we're saying something over it. And then that happened. He just jumped and died. That's how he ended it. That was great.
I love it too because since like he's so thorough with the menu and showing us each little thing. I mean, like it kind of creates the perception of like, wow, this is a very thorough content creator, perhaps a slightly anal gamer because like they're going through like item by item. So like you have this anticipation of just brilliant gaming. So then the surprise of just plummeting over the edge
Something we do.
is fantastic. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, really, that was the highlight and the takeaway from this video. Everything else, I mean, it's cool. Like the spaces that Spider built, and Mr. X going over why each one of them was important. I agree. A bar should come before any sort of library. That's what I've been trying to tell Bethany. When we get our dream house, the bar comes first. We're building the bar first, then you can get your library.
Which is why I was pitching the idea of like a speakeasy library where like the bar was the library.
And that's smart. That's how you get me.
Yeah. That's in my dream home one day. When I win the lottery.
Exactly. Okay. So for real, this is the last thing for Season of Plunder. This is the Awake cinematic that we need to check out. All right.
And in the last city, as Mithrax would say, the
Scene 14.
light provides. The Guardians gave their treasures to those in need. Our people were being cared for. And Mithrax could take time to study the secrets of the reliquaries. He said they were connected by threads he alone could perceive, and that they whispered to him.
Never
He
good.
performed
And they're whispering to you.
a conversion. He claimed from them a mass of primal darkness. He distilled it,
Put it in the tea?
transformed
In
its
chip.
terrifying energy into a more agreeable state. And
Osiris?
my phoenix, who broke time itself to bring me to his side, awoke. As he recovered, Osiris would tell us how the energy opened his mind. Let him remember Savathun's thoughts and fears as if they were his own. He would tell us about power she knew of, a secret hidden away on Neptune. Yes, he would explain all of this. But when he first opened his eyes, his words were only, Saint, my love. That was all. And that was enough.
Hey, Osiris is back.
Yeah, that had such a sweet ending.
It did. It was very nice.
When he woke up, he said, Saint, my love, and that was enough. Aw.
Mm-hmm.
More fuzzies.
Yeah, definitely warm fuzzies. And good job, Mithrax, for, I don't know, making the special tea to help wake up Osiris. And I mean, I just think of like things speaking to you, like artifacts speaking to you, and the one ring, and it's like it's usually
not good.
Usually not good, but this ended up being a good thing.
I mean, even Hermione says it when Harry Potter is hearing the snake in the walls.
Yeah.
It's like, hearing voices is not, even in the wizarding world, Harry.
Even in the wizarding world, yeah.
Hearing voices is not a good thing.
Yep. So let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Destiny 2. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.